What's up, preppers? Community prepper here. Doing a little bit of a solo overnight camping expedition up in Pisgah National Forest. That is P-I-S-G-A-H. Pisgah. I am doing off-grid remote camping, but don't let me fool you. I am not roughing it. I got my cooking stove, my tent, my sleeping bag. I got lanterns. I may or may not brought my laptop computer, but that's to work on a video. So I am getting off grid for 24 hours. I want to just get away from it all, do some forest bathing, as the hippies say, do some grounding, as the hippies say. Forest grounding? I think that's a thing. I don't know. Something about bare feet on forest earth ground or something. I don't know. But I'm gonna have fun. I brought some books to read. I am just gonna get away from it all, get the out of Dodge, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna set up camp. I'm gonna do my perimeter alarm and gather some firewood. So stay with me if you want to see my overnight expeditions. Oh, and I did bring my trout rod, so I am in trout country up here, the Davidson River, one of the most stocked and fished rivers in North Carolina. So I'm gonna go rip some lips, get some rainbows, get some browns, and let's see how it goes. This is going to be my campsite for the night. Looks like there is a little bit of a fire ring. Someone's been here. Doesn't look like too recent, but check it out. Little fire ring there. Now, I don't know where I should put my tent. Maybe right here. This looks good. So, when you are selecting where to put a tent, the first thing you want to do is look up, because you don't want a widowmaker. So these trees look pretty good. There's no old dead branches that are gonna fall on me during the night if the wind picks up. Also, you want to consider drainage. If it rains, there is no rain in the forecast. This place wouldn't be optimal because we are in a valley. You can see here that there are hills on all sides. So the rain will drain right through here. So this wouldn't be the best place if it were to rain. I would opt for maybe somewhere over here instead. I actually still might put my tent there because I do want it closer proximity to the fire. So, and then I do have a awesome, sweet hammock. And I'm gonna set that up so that I can read and enjoy this nature. All right, so my truck is about 1/8 of a mile away. So I'm gonna make several trips to hike in here and bring all the stuff in and set up camp. So here we go. All right, tent set up. I did put the rain fly on, more for, I don't know, privacy, because it's just screen. But it's very roomy. It says it's a, I don't know, 2 or 4 person tent. I'll show you how big it is. It's plenty big for 2 people at least. I'm gonna set up, I have a little air mattress, and I also have a cot that I'm gonna set up, and depending on what's more comfortable, I might switch back and forth between the 2 during the night. So far so good. Let's set up the rest of the camp. All right, set up the cot. This is what it looks like inside. Now I'm gonna put my sleeping bag on. Okay, so one final thing I'm gonna do is set a perimeter alarm with my perimeter alarm kit that I made. I did a whole video on this. What it is, it's a tripwire, and I set up 3 different blank 12 gauge shotgun primers to the device that sets them off if the Kevlar string is tripped. Now, out here in the middle of nowhere, I am most worried about bears and wildlife, mostly bears. So if you can see here, I've put my tent in the middle of trees. So there's trees all around where I'm just going to create a complete circle around my tent with this Kevlar wire and the shotgun perimeter lamps. Now they're loud, and my hopes is if a bear or animal does come, the crack boom is enough to scare it away. In the middle of nowhere, I do sleep with my pistol on me, and I have been carrying a new pistol. I want to show it to you guys right now. I used to carry a Glock 19. It is a little bit small for my hands. I went for a Glock 45. It is a 9mm. It fits my hand a lot better. It basically is the Glock 19 upper with a Glock 17 lower. It also has an improved barrel and trigger, at least from what I've read. It does hold 17 rounds, so 17 one in the chamber, 18 rounds. Gives me a few more rounds than my Glock 19. But I do love the way this fits, and I will carry this appendix while I sleep and while I walk around today. All right, let's set up this perimeter alarm. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take my little wire, 3 of these. We'll do one at a time, and I need screws. And what it does is it goes through here, oops, and here, and I screw them into the tree. I do have this in my kit. I'm gonna go around this whole tent this way. Okay, and that's one setup. Basically how this works is, I have a little firing pin here, and then I'll pull up on that firing pin and put that through. Now what I'll do is I will put the blank down in here, and I'll face the pin and I'll tie it off from here to that tree. So if anything comes through between this tree and that tree, bang. And the last one I'm gonna set up before I go to bed is between here and there. So I'm not walking and tripping it on my own. So let's set up the other two. And then this, I know it's tied to the tree, so I'm gonna pull it pretty tight. Put it through my alarm. There, that's tight, right that. Put it through, a couple of overhand knots. Just like that. So everything's armed. And the last one I need to do is go across here to here before I go to bed. Anything that's dry or light, anything like this, like kindling, hear that? Snappy snap. I'm sure we'll find some down branches. All right, so I've made camp. Over here we have our kitchen and bar. Over here we have our warmth in the den. Over here I like to call the lounge. And then back there are the sleeping quarters, the master bedroom. So between these two trees right here is the only way that I enter or I set off my perimeter alarms. I'm gonna light the fire pretty soon. It is 8:14. It won't get super dark till about 9. I'll probably light it up right about 9, and then I gathered all this wood today. I think I have enough for tonight. So I just cracked open a adult soda, and I'm gonna make some chili and get into my pajamas. All right. Okay, I made my fire. Some of the wood's a little wet, so it's smoking a little bit. Listen to that hiss. I just picked this cut piece of log up. I picked it up to put it as like a butt end for the fire pit. And look at that. Just boiling water or sap or something. Awesome. I gotta admit, it's a little creepy out here. Like, you can let your thoughts run away, and there's a lot of noises and crunches and chirping and squeaking, and it's nice being out here with no one else around for miles. Just me and a fire.
Hey, you want a s'more? S'more what? No, you want a s'more. I haven't had anything yet, so how can I have some more of nothing? Shut up! You're killing me, Smalls.
This dude wants my beer. Daddy Longlegs. I'm gonna put a meme up that I saw about Daddy Longlegs right now. Dude, you want a beer? All right, come drink with me. Oh, look at this guy now. I think he wants a beer too. Don't jump in the fire, man. Run away. That shit's hot. Don't go towards it. Don't go towards the fire. Crazy cricket. All right. He's going towards the wood pile. All right, he's good. Another critter's come to visit. Little beetle. Look at that guy. Yo, dude. You feel the fire? You're just getting warm or what? Man. Everyone's out here tonight. That daddy longleggers was back on my cooler earlier. He's not back again. He must really want a beer. Going for a little stroll at night in the spooky woods, miles away from civilization. It's actually quite peaceful. Nobody around. Look, there's my campsite down there. You see the little fire. All right, yeah, I'm going to bed, and I may or may not have brought my iPad, you know, creature comforts, but all in all, it was really fun, really relaxing. Just sat in front of the fire and contemplated, thought about life. And this cot is really comfortable. I bought it at Costco. I'll put up the link or whatever to whatever brand it is, but super comfortable. I have a little air mattress underneath it. It's about that thick. It's one of those self-inflating ones. And I'm super comfortable. And it's not too hot. It's going down to 60 tonight. Humidity's not too bad. So yeah, all right. I will see you all tomorrow morning, and I'm making waffles. What movie is that from?
7 hours later.
All right. It is the next morning. Well, obviously, it's the next morning. I slept till about 8:30 a.m. I guess I slept okay. Tossed and turned a little bit, but I did hear some critters during the night. So that was cool. Nothing really came close. Otherwise, I would have heard whammy kablammy with my perimeter alarm, but nothing sounded too big, like a bear, maybe deer or fox, or I don't know, maybe coyote. I don't know. But it was pretty cool. So I'm going to start to clean up and make some breakfast and maybe go fish. We'll see. All right, so I guess this is my little outro from my solo camping expedition. I would highly recommend, if you have the means, to go on a solo overnight camp. It is very refreshing. No noise. That's what I really noticed the most, is out here in the woods. You didn't hear anything. No helicopters, no ambulances, no people. Just bugs, lots of flies, lots of buzzing. So it was really refreshing, and the best way to practice bushcraft and survival and, you know, work on your knot tying and your fire starting, although I did use a lighter. But for those of you who watch my channel, you know that you should always carry a lighter, because starting a fire in the woods with just whatever is the biggest pain in the ass thing you can do in bushcraft, especially when it rained 3 days ago and it's about 428% humidity today. So even your paper or your tinder, if you don't keep that dry, it gets damp very quickly. So always carry a lighter. Anyway, thank you for watching till the end. I may or may not go trout fishing. If I do, there might be a little bit of a extension after this outro. Just only if I catch anything. If I don't catch anything, I'm not going to put it in there. So I will say this: go camping, learn your bushcraft, learn how to rough it a little bit, maybe with some of the modern conveniences and luxuries, but get out there and go camping. It is so awesome, and it is so refreshing to just get away from it all, get off grid. And I love it when I was driving up the mountain and my phone went from 3 bars, 2 bars, 0 bars, no service. It's actually cool. So when I get back on grid, when I drive down the mountain, I'll probably have 1,000 messages, because I am hosting my first prepping meetup group tonight here in Western North Carolina. I'm very excited about it. Reach out to me if you're in this area, because we are going to start to meet weekly at a location to be determined, or actually super secret. We're going to talk about super secret bushcraft stuff. Just kidding. All right, so get out there, go camping, and refuse to be a victim. Look how trouty this looks. Look at this beautiful pool right here. There's got to be 1 million trout in there. Million. All right, let's see what it's holding. Little trout. All right. Little rainbow. Slam that little thing. Let's release them. There we go. Don't even have to touch the fish. Well, always wet your hands when you release them so you don't get their slimy layer off. Well, there's one way to do it. Okay, I got one rainbow trout. Perfect end to a solo overnight camp up here in Pisgah State Forest, Western North Carolina. I am happy, I am satisfied. One fish, better than no fish. Fish is a fish.
I don't know about you, but that would wake me up.